Hello, good morning, all of you. Okay, this is the next part, third part of the fluid connective tissue. This is what is given in a state test book. Okay, this is blood. Blood is red colored, opaque, slightly alkaline fluid because the pH of the blood is 7.4. Okay, that's why it is slightly alkaline, more than 7. Red colored, opaque, not transparent, not translucent. Translucent, you learned earlier, hyaline cartilage is a translucent, it is opaque. Slightly alkaline, not more alkaline, slightly 7.4, just above 7. The study of blood is called hematology. Some people are afraid of blood. When on seeing blood, they fell down. Okay, they fall down. Okay, this is called hematophobia. Some people are hematophobic, fear of blood. Okay, study of blood is called hematology. It is a tissue. Blood is a tissue. It consists of different many cells. Tissue is a group of cells. It is a tissue that circulates to various parts of the body through cardiovascular system. There is a heart. Heart is pumping blood. The blood is going through the blood vessels, and it is circulated to it is mobile tissue, as I told you in the previous parts. It is composed of blood plasma and formed elements, otherwise called blood cells. What are the blood cells? RBC, red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets, otherwise called thrombocyte. Plasma, as I told you in the previous part, percentage of plasma 55% in the total blood and 45% cells. Okay, next, the total volume of blood in adult human being is 5 to 6 liters of blood. 5 to 6 liters of blood is present in a adult human being. For example, there is a person who has 5 liters of blood. Okay, that means what is the percentage of plasma, what is the volume of plasma in the 5 liters of blood? 5 50%. That means from each liter you have to take okay 50 500 ml, 550 ml. That means 550 500. Okay, if you add 550s, okay, what is that? 2700 and okay 2750. That means in the 5 liters of blood, okay, more than 50%. That means 2750 ml is occupied by the plasma. Remaining 2220 250 2250. Okay, that is the volume of blood cells. Okay, next, this one is very important. 2 marks one. What is hematocrit value? The percentage of total volume. The percentage of total volume occupied by the RBC. The percentage of total volume occupied by the RBC is called hematocrit value. Hematocrit value. What is the color of the blood? The color of the blood is red color. Is it transparent or translucent or opaque? It is opaque. What is the nature of the blood? Is it acidic or neutral or alkaline? It is alkaline. What do we call the study of blood? The study of blood is called hematology. And blood, is it a tissue or not? Yes, it is a tissue. Okay, is it a static? No, it is mobile. That means it always moves. It is not static, not sitting in one place like kidney. Okay, it is a tissue that circulates to various parts of the body. How can it circulate? Through the cardiovascular system. There is a cardio means heart, vascular, blood vessels are there. Through the blood vessels, it circulates all the body parts when heart pumps it. It is composed of, okay, what is present in our blood? The blood mainly consists of two components. One is, what are they? Can you try to tell, okay, yourself? Okay, they involve yourself in learning. Okay, then okay, you can pay attention on the lesson. Try to, whenever I pose questions here, okay, try to answer them. Okay, what are the two components of blood? One is called plasma. What is the another one? Blood cells, otherwise called formed element. First time, okay, you heard this word. This is the new term, formed elements. Okay, what is the percentage of plasma? 55%. What is the percentage of blood cells in the total volume of blood? 45%. The total volume of blood in an adult, how many liters of blood is there in an adult human being? 5 to 6 liters of blood. It is important 2 marks question. What is hematocrit value? The percentage of total volume, the percentage of total volume occupied by, the percentage of total volume occupied by Occupied by what? RBC, erythrocytes. Okay, the percentage of total volume occupied by RBC. I will show you again. Okay, the percentage of total volume occupied by RBC in the total volume of blood. The percentage occupied by RBC. Okay, look at this one. This is the total volume of blood. In the total volume of blood, the percentage occupied by RBC is called hematocrit value. Okay, that's about hematocrit value. Now we are talking about plasma, remaining part of the plasma. It is the fluid matrix of the blood. It consists of 90 to 90. In NCERT, it is given 90 to 92% of water and 8% of solutes. And solutes okay, include plasma proteins. What are those solute? Plasma proteins are there. Okay, now we are going to focus on plasma protein. Mineral salts are present, nutrients are present, gases are there. Okay, like oxygen, carbon dioxide are present in our plasma because it has water in water. Okay, there is a dissolved oxygen and carbon dioxide. Excretory wastes are there, ammonia, urea, uric acid, especially urea and uric acid. Enzymes are there in our blood, in our plasma. There are hormones are there in our plasma, etc. Plasma proteins. First we are talking about this part, plasma proteins including albumins, globulins, blood clotting proteins like fibrinogen or fibrinogen and prothrombin. What are the plasma proteins? Fibrinogen, prothrombin, albumins and globulins, of which are all of which are produced. Very important point, this one. All are produced by albumins are produced by liver. Globulins are produced by our liver. Produces hundreds of proteins, tons and tons of protein. That means many proteins are produced by our liver. Liver is very important organ in our body, performing many functions. And it includes albumins are formed, globulins are formed, fibrinogen is formed, prothrombin is formed. These all are produced by liver. One more important point here. Globulins are not only formed in liver, they are also formed in lymphoid organs. Lymphoid organs means bone marrow, thymus gland. Okay, you will be learning more about that. Already you learned in reticular tissue. Okay, it forms the supporting framework in the lymphoid organs. There you learned spleen is a lymphoid organ, lymph nodes are the lymphoid organ. They are mainly formed in globulins. Again, globulins are types are there. Alpha globulins you can see here. I will talk about that later. And next, albumin is the smallest and most abundant serum protein. Very important. It is mainly for colloidal osmotic pressure. And what is responsible for colloidal osmotic pressure? That is albumin. Fall in the level of albumin in the blood plasma leads to, in 10th class you learned kwashiorkor and marasmus. In kwashiorkor mainly because of deficiency of protein. When there is a fall in the level of albumin in the blood plasma, that results in edema, accumulation of fluid in the tissues. Okay, that's about albumin. Okay, albumin is smallest of all proteins in the blood and most abundant serum, but it is abundantly present. Globulins are three types: alpha globulins, beta globulins, gamma globulins. Alpha globulins, beta globulins, gamma globulins. Gamma globulins are also called immunoglobulins and commonly called antibodies. Antibodies are produced by, can you tell that? You learned in areolar tissue. Antibodies are produced by, can you remember that? Quickly, 5 seconds. Antibodies are produced by which cells of the areolar tissue? Plasma cells. Plasma cells are found by B lymphocytes. Lymphocytes are found from lymphoid organs. That's why they gave here globulins are found from lymphoid organs. Okay, gamma globulins are called antibodies, are also called immunoglobulins. Immunoglobulins, again 5 days, I will talk about that in the other part. And plasma proteins act as acid-base barriers. Okay, and maintaining pH of our blood. Very important. pH of our blood or blood plasma is 7.4. And salts of the blood plasma. What are the salts present? Chlorides, bicarbonates, sulfates, phosphates. Okay, these are of sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium. Sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium are also present. Those are the salts present in it. Now I am going to focus on what are the different types of proteins present in plasma proteins. You can see here albumins, globulins, fibrinogen, prothrombin. Albumins, globulins, fibrinogen, prothrombin. Albumins, okay, they maintain osmotic balance. Globulins, okay, defense mechanism, okay, they protect our body. Okay, they help in defense mechanism. There are three types of globulins. I told you: alpha globulins, beta globulins, gamma globulins. Gamma globulins are called immunoglobulins, also called antibodies. Antibodies defend our body from the germs. And fibrinogen helps in clotting of blood. Prothrombin also helps in clotting of blood. Okay, fibrinogen and prothrombin help in clotting of blood. Okay, that's about plasma proteins. I am going to talk about now the first one. What is this one? Albumins. Okay, it is very important part. It is smallest but most abundant and synthesized by liver. Holds water molecule in blood. It is hydrophilic. It has hydrophilic nature. Philic means love. It can attract water. Okay, it holds water molecule in blood. And fallen albumin causes edema in 10th class. You learned, okay, when there is a deficiency of proteins in the body, that leads to edema, accumulation of water in the interstitial spaces. And low albumin prevents the entry of water into blood. Low albumin prevents the entry of water from the tissues into the blood. Okay, that means, okay, it is very important. Otherwise, from the interstitial fluid, water does not enter into the blood. Therefore, blood volume may change. And it maintains colloidal osmotic pressure. You will learn more about that later. It maintains colloidal osmotic pressure and also act as a protein reserve. It also act as a protein reserve. Lot of albumin is there. Okay, next one, very important point here. Carbohydrates can be stored in our body. For example, if you take more rice, rice is a carbohydrate, and they can be stored in our body. If you take more carbohydrate, the excess carbohydrates can be stored by our body in the liver and in the skeletal muscle in the form of glycogen. Note down that one. Carbohydrates can be stored in liver and skeletal muscle in the form of glycogen, which is called animal starch. And fats can be stored in adipose tissue, but proteins in our body are not in stored form. Our body cannot store proteins. Our body can store carbohydrate, excess carbohydrates in liver and skeletal muscle in the form of glycogen. Our body can store fats in adipose tissue, but our body cannot store proteins. Protein is not in stored form, but it is in structural form. It is in functional form. For example, if you take muscle, you have actin, myosin proteins are there, which is the functional proteins of the muscle, important contractile proteins of the muscle. And okay, hemoglobin is a protein molecule, but our body cannot store, but the proteins are present in our body in the structural form and in the functional form, not in the stored form. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఇఫ్ మన బాడీలో ఈ ఆల్బ్యూమిన్ స్టోర్డ్ ఫామ్లో ఉంది అనుకుంటే, దట్ ఈజ్ ఎవరంటే దట్ ఈజ్ ఆల్బ్యూమిన్ జనరేట్ ఇన్ ఆర్ ప్రజెంట్. మరి ప్రోటీన్ రిజర్వ్ ఎవరు అనుకోవచ్చు అంటే, మన బాడీలో ఆల్బ్యూమిన్, లాట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్బ్యూమిన్ ఈజ్ ప్రజెంట్ ఇన్ అవర్ బాడీ. ఓకే, ఇట్ ఈస్ protein reserve, not excess protein, this one. Okay, note, if the person surviving on a protein free diet, okatanu protein lane food tinnaru, protein free diet, what would happen to his urine volume? Okay, he gets urine volume increases. What is the reason? I will talk about that later. Urine volume increases if a person surviving on protein free diet. That means he is taking carbohydrates and fats, but he is not taking proteins. What would happen to his urine volume? His urine volume increases. The reason I would explain that later.